Okay, your writing equations and inequalities homework is due on Monday. Your name, date, period should already be on your paper. And I'm going to try and breeze through a couple of these. Down here where it says write an equation, this should say inequality. So scratch that out and write inequality. Now I went over some of these up here in class earlier, so you should have some of them done. I'm going to go on to numbers 9, 10, 4, because they're kind of tricky. So here it says the quotient of a number and 7 is at least 20. The quotient means divide. A number is the unknown, so that's x. 7 is at least 20. Now remember, you should have these written in your notes, which I posted earlier today, but at least, that's greater than or equal to. So this is going to be something is greater than or equal to 20. And when you're writing a quotient, you should write this in fraction form. So it's the quotient of x and 7. You have to write a fraction here. I'm not going to give this away to you because remember, I don't provide answers, I just help you get there. So over here, I'll put write a fraction. Okay. Number 10, it says the sum of a number and negative 13 is at most 34. So back to my notes, at most, that is less than or equal to. That means it cannot go over 34. Excuse me. Sum means add. A number is my x, and negative 13 is at most 34. You're going to have two signs here. That's my hint. Two signs, and then it's going to be less than or equal to 34. All right, over here it says a number separated into 5 equal parts. Separated into 5 equal parts is division. And decreased by 11 is 26. A number is x. So I'm dividing x by something, and I need to show that it is 26. Use a fraction here as well. Fraction. Okay. Down here where it says write an equation to represent each of the following word problems, then solve it. So you have to find the answer. This is the solving part. And then down here, this is the solving part. Okay? It says an electrician charges $65 to come out to your house plus $50 per hour for the actual work. Write an equation where C is the total cost and H is the hours. So C is going to equal something. Now, down here, I want you to write a table of the hours that he works and then the cost that it costs for him to come out there and work. So if he comes for 1 hour, he works for $50 and then it costs $65 for him to come, so that equals $115. If he comes for 2 hours, then that's 100 plus 65, which equals 165. Okay? So, I have to make note of that the $65 is a charge for him to come out, just for him to get there. Then if I want him to do work for an hour, it's an additional $50. Okay? So then you need to know how much it costs for 3 hours, and then you should be able to go on and complete this table for, I don't know, 24 hours if you stay there and work for a whole day. Okay? Over here, it says to convert temperature from degrees Celsius, C, to degrees Fahrenheit, F, multiply, we need C and F, excuse me, the Celsius temperature by 1.8 and add 32. I want to add 32. I'm multiplying Celsius by something to get F. You need to put this part here. Write an equation that represents this equation. Okay. I think it should say write and solve what that represents as this equation. Boop, boop. Anyway, write an equation that represents this setup. I didn't type this, somebody else did. All right. So then here, you're going to plug in 18 degrees for C. Plug in 18 for C. All right, over here, Rodeo Palms Junior High wants to order shirts for all the teachers at a discount. The cost will include $25 per shirt plus a $75 delivery fee. Write an inequality that represents how many shirts they must buy if they must spend a minimum of $200 in order to receive the discount. Okay, minimum. Go back to my notes. Where is the word minimum? Right here. Greater than or equal to. So, they've got to spend $200 or more. The alligator is not going to eat the $200, but it can be equal to $200. Then there's $25 per shirt. So, one shirt equals $25 plus the $75 delivery fee. Ooh, that's a lot. Which is $100. Two shirts. How much is one shirt? 25. How much are two shirts? 50 plus 75 equals 125. So what's happening? Who's changing? Is the 25 changing or is the 75 staying the same? And don't forget that it says plus here and then write your inequality there. You need something plus something. All right. On the back side, we talked about this in class. Mike has $60 to spend. He can't spend $65. He can't spend $75. So the alligator has to eat him. It cannot eat anything greater. It can be equal to him though. He spent $12.50 to buy a new juicer mixer and $20 for a CD player that he wants to buy. He wants to buy as many plates as he can. If plates cost $2.50 each, what is the maximum number of plates that Mike can buy? Maximum. That's another key word. Less than or equal to. That's the symbol that I used. So over here I have things, draw a little squiggly, and how much they cost. I have one mixer, and that's $12.50. I have one CD player, and that's $20. And then I have some plates, and that's $2.50 each. Some plates, some number, a number, any number, all mean variable. So therefore, if I don't know how many plates I'm getting, I put an X there. And because each plate is $2.50, I'm going to multiply that by $2.50 and get $2.50x. So now I'm going to write my inequality. I'm going to add all of these up because he's totaling up his things. $12.50 plus 20 plus $2.50x. Combine these, you get $32.50 plus 2.50x is less than or equal to 60. You're not done. You have to undo this $32.50 and then divide by this $2.50 on both sides. Now, since this is a positive $32.50, I must do the opposite to both sides, which is subtract $32.50. Then, this is to solve, by the way. And then I have to divide by 2.5 on either side. 250. So draw your river and then get rid of this guy first and this guy second. All right. Solve for negative 0.6x minus 6 is greater than negative 8.6 and graph the solution on a number line. So I have negative 6, negative 0, 6x minus 6 is greater than negative 8.6. And then you need a number line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks, don't forget. Here, I have to get rid of the negative 6 first. Then I have to get rid of the negative 0.6 next. Okay? So do the opposite. Of pink first, then the opposite of yellow. Then you're going to graph your answer on your number line, and I'll give you a hint. This is 3 2/3, and this is 5. All right. Kimberly has $80, just like Mike did. She wants to purchase a school bag for $16. Okay, we're doing the same exact thing that Mike did, so I need the same exact sign. And as many pairs of shoes as she can. This was as many plates as he can. So what did we use for as many plates? An X. So what am I going to use for the shoes? Another X. Each pair of shoes is $8. Write an inequality for the number of shoes she can purchase. So I need things and I need the cost. The bag, she's getting one and it's $16. The shoes is X, I don't know how many, and they're $8 a piece. All you have to do is write your inequality here. If you'd like to solve it, feel free to do so. All right, going on to your other assignment. You are literally doing the opposite operation. No riddle. Show work. Okay? So here I had a student tell me a new trick. He said, cross out the positive 13 and put a minus 13 on the other side. M equals 20 minus 13. Well, what does M equal? Whatever 20 minus 13 is. This one, positive 27 on this side. F equals whatever the answer to that is. Draw your river. That might help. Do the opposite of minus 10. Put plus 10 and plus 10 on both sides if you need the river. Okay? So you're doing the opposite here. And you're doing the opposite here. So this is B plus 8. I want to draw a river, subtract 8, subtract 8. Now you won't do all of these over here, but it will help if you have the whole thing done, so that way you're guaranteed to get each problem done and complete. Please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great weekend. That'll get you started.